Oh, this actually I know how I'm gonna win. Check this out, guys. It's a silly way to do it, but we proliferate, and then we proliferate again. What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today I put together an Orzhov Toxic list, and the main interaction with this deck is between Jawbone Duelist and Necrogen Communion. And if you could have Necrogen Communion on this card, then you could get 6 poison counters on your opponent potentially if the attack goes through. So the rest of the deck is a bunch of poison stuff, a lot of proliferating, and a lot of early pressure so you could win early on. So let's get right into this list. We got 4 Crawling Chorus, 2 Skrelv Defector Mite, 4 Bilious Skulldweller, 4 Whisper of the Dross, 4 Jawbone Duelist, 2 Anoint with Affliction, 4 Blightbelly Rat, 4 Drown Ichor, 4 Necrogen Communion, 2 Annex Sentry, 4 Vraska's Fall. For the lands we got 1 Plains, 5 Swamps, 4 Caves of Koilos, 4 Concealed Courtyard, 4 Mirrex, and 4 the Seedcore. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos as well as member shoutouts. Let's get right into these games. We get to go first, and we have a nice early start with Skulldweller into Communion, potentially. All depends on what our opponent does with their first mana, though. Doing some red stuff, okay. What does one do in this situation? I think we just swing. Yeah, I knew they would block it. So now we just go for Blightbelly Rat. And try to do the same thing next turn with Necrogen Communion, because it's the same amount of poison counters either way. Okay. I don't think they're going to really block that, though. So we can do it like this. Put that on. And you know what? Let's actually get rid of this. In the long run, this 3 poison counters will go a long way. Especially since this is guaranteed to come back and proliferate, so it's 2 proliferate, so that's pretty much there at 5 poison counters. Plus I'm gonna try to put a Necrogen Communion on this again. Oh, now they got that to block with. That's the unfortunate part. But look at that, guys. We can now just exile this. They're at 6 poison counters. So they built up a board. I wonder what I'm going to have to do. So they could technically get rid of that if I... Okay. I got a plan, guys. We're going to go for the swing first. They're going to block with either Scamp or the... Really? I didn't see that coming, honestly. I thought they would keep that one on the field. So now we're going to go for another rat. And do we throw the Necrogen Communion on just to be scary? Yeah, we do that. Why not? So now we have a reoccurring rat. This is 3 proliferates right here if they either don't kill them or... If we do this right, it could be good. And they have that going for them, so it could be troublesome. So now we literally just gotta put pressure on them. But I don't think they realize that I'm just gonna proliferate and get the poison counters. Not sure why they're doing that. But at the same time, I mean, they could have just blocked one scamp, but I mean, either way, it's still a lot of pressure on them. I think we're gonna get it. And a Skulldweller for good measure. And just like that, they get their 10th poison counter. I'm gonna keep this one. Okay, at least we get to get our first poison counter down on them. And we'll go for a Blightbelly Rat, just to get more creatures on the board, and this is already guaranteed to proliferate if it dies. Okay, what's the most useless card in our hand right now? I'm gonna say the Annex Sentry just because it's gonna be the hardest to do the poison counter with that. Go for a Rat Swing with double Skulldweller just to keep the pressure going. I think this is where we get rid of the rat because it's gonna proliferate. I mean, we don't really care about how much damage we have. I mean, these have Death Touch, so they're already just big threats on their own. So now this is the time we do this. Take away their only creature that they're swinging with, and now we're just gonna keep applying pressure. Just because we have 2 lands doesn't mean that we're in trouble. As long as we could just do our game plan, then we're good. Go for, ooh, very fancy, but we definitely have it now. Even without the other land, we would have just Anoint with Affliction that. Okay, I'll keep this one. They're mulliganing 3 times. Is that the move? We're gonna find out. See if they can answer all of these little toxic threats. I'm just gonna go super wide Just because, why not? What are you gonna play with that card? It's a good one. Oh, they don't even need a bunch of cards. They already have everything they need. They just don't have the lands for it. Thankfully. Nice. Okay, I'll keep this one. I didn't like that previous hand with the double Mirrex. You're literally just at the mercy of, you know, just having... I mean, they produce a land of any color when you play it, but then let's say you're stuck with those and you don't draw any other lands, then, you know, and it can't really do much with two colorless lands in a two-color deck. Alright, so... I believe that they are going to trade with this, but I could be wrong entirely. If they... Okay, they let it go through. Now, I could use Drown and Ichor, but I feel like Jawbone Duelist will progress my game plan better and faster than doing this, because then I could do this next turn and still get an extra 2 poison counters in as well. So now this presents the whole... Well, if they do that, then I could swing. Okay. I'm just going to avoid the Heartfire Hero entirely. I'm just going to get rid of this. I think this is a way better strategy. And then next turn we go Vraska's Fall. And they're either going to commit their mana to pumping this up or for another creature. And if they commit to another creature, they could just get rid of the Heartfire Hero that swings, and they could block. But it all depends on what they do. Gonna find out. Because we do have 5 poison counters technically right now between our creatures and the Vraska's Fall that produces the extra poison counter. But they play that creature, so they're guaranteed to block something. Yeah, we gotta take that, unfortunately. Because they're gonna get rid of Heartfire Hero right now, if I had to guess. There's no way they get rid of Manifold Mouse, because then they lose. Alright, I guess they just gave up. That's fine. Opponent goes first. I'm going to keep this. I think they only have 1 land. Are you serious? That's funny. I guess we'll use that to our own advantage. Will they block with the Swift Spear? I mean, maybe we should have shown the Jawbone Duelist first, but I mean, they're trading, so it's fine. I love that. They're one land. We're just gonna have to go Annex Sentry then. Just take away their whole game plan. See what they do now. Hey, they got a second one. And they have something to use in their hands as well. So now we can make them get rid of something and we could start our game plan. Now we'll make this be able to swing past the Emberheart Challenger. Plus the whole fact you could give a Toxic 1/2 just makes it Jawbone Duelist one of my favorite cards that I didn't realize was so good until now. Just because of the double strike. I mean, it's pretty simple when you think about it, but it just goes a long way. So now, if I block with the Blightbelly Rat, I win the game if they can't kill me before the effect of it resolves with the proliferating of it. But we'll see. Now they got the double mouse, though. This could be a problem. I think we're okay, though, because that's only 4 damage. It just depends on what they have in their hand as well, so it's very crucial that we figure it out, but let's see. And we get it. This hand is pretty solid, though, for the most part. It's a shame we're not going first with this one. Okay. It's 1 hard claw down. It's alright. I think we'll do it this one. They're not out of this yet. I mean, they're playing an aggro deck, so they don't really have that much of a high ceiling either. That's so funny. Really? They wasted their creature just to get 1 damage in. What a time to be alive. I can't believe they just keep removing our cards. I love their game plan. Alright, we'll do it like this. We'll make this a swamp. We'll just use this since we're not going to have enough mana for it. Just so we could use the Whisper of the Dross on their turn if we need to. How many Hired Claws? 1, 2, 3. That's the 4th one. I love it. Alright. Oh, this is actually so cool. Watch this, guys. Oh no, wait a minute. I forgot I didn't have enough lands. I fooled myself on that one, honestly, because I literally thought my Mirrex was a swamp for a second. So, big misplay on my part. But at the end of the day, I'm still, technically, I'm just getting the poison counters, and I'm going to get myself a Mite anyway, so it works out either way, but... Whoops. We should be good now. Let's see how they block this. We could pump up the Mite with the Seedcore if we need to. We're gonna do it like that, alright. Oh, this actually I know how I'm gonna win. Check this out, guys. It's a silly way to do it, but we proliferate, and then we proliferate again. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comment section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already, and if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. Hope everyone has a great day. Take care.